Hey everybody, Garrett here with the Office of Transformational Learning, here to talk to you today about Panopto. Panopto is a general lecture capture, screen capture, PowerPoint capture program that allows you to share your class with your students online. I'm going to give you a brief overview today, so let's go ahead and get started. Panopto is integrated into Canvas, but may need to be enabled in order to access it. In the course navigation section of Canvas, you should see an option for Panopto recordings. If you don't see it, like here, we can enable it by clicking Settings, going to the Navigation tab, and scrolling down to find the section called Panopto Recordings. Click on the menu to the right and select Enable. We can also enable Panopto captioning while we're here. Another way to enable these items is to click and drag them between the lists. This way, you can organize how your items appear in your navigation menu. When you're done, make sure to scroll to the bottom and select Save. Now, the Panopto recording and Panopto captioning items should be in the top section of the course navigation items, and they should also appear in the main menu to the left. The Panopto captioning option will bring you to a campus form for requesting human captioning in case you have an accommodation need that requires it. There's also the option for Panopto to automatically machine caption your recordings. Click on Panopto Recordings on the left-hand menu. Click on the Settings icon in the upper right side of the window. Under the Settings option, there is a section labeled Captions. In the drop-down menu, select Automatic Machine Captions and then close the window. To start a recording, click the Create button at the top of the page and select Record a New Session. If you don't have the recorder software installed, click Download Panopto and run the file that is downloaded. You'll want to keep the default options here and select Next, and then select Install. If you already have the software, click Open Panopto. You may get a prompt asking to open Panopto again. This will look different depending on your browser of choice, but click Open Panopto Recorder or the equivalent option that you see. You should now see the Panopto Recorder. The default folder the Panopto will record to is the course that you're in when you launch Panopto from Canvas. So if you have multiple classes, make sure you're in the class you are recording for when you launch Panopto. The name field will be the name of the video, so let's call it something relevant to what we're teaching. Next, you'll want to check the recorder settings. If you want video from a webcam, select your camera from the drop-down menu. Next, we want to make sure that audio from the microphone is set up. You should see the gauge next to the video preview move as you speak. If not, click the drop-down menu next to audio and try picking another device. Use the slider beside the gauge to adjust the volume of the microphone. You want to aim to have the levels go into the yellow when you speak. In the quality section, set this to high or ultra. Leaving this on standard tends to make text hard to read, especially if you're sharing something other than a simple PowerPoint, like an Excel spreadsheet or a web page. If you need to capture audio that would normally come from your speakers or headphones, check the box labeled Capture Computer Audio. Under the Sources section, you can capture different presentation sources depending on what you're doing. If you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, select Capture PowerPoint. If you want to capture something else, say you're showing a web page or a Word document or Excel spreadsheet, select Capture Main Screen. Since I'm working with a computer that has many monitors set up, I can pick a different monitor to capture if I want. In the large window to the right, you can select Enable Screen Capture Preview to test the settings and make sure that you're capturing the right screen. Next, we can click on the PowerPoint tab and open a presentation. Once you select the presentation, Panopto will ask if you would like to start recording once the presentation opens. I'm going to say yes here so that my recording starts with the very first PowerPoint slide. If you say no, you can still start the recording later by clicking the big red Record button up here. So here, I'm going to go through a sample presentation. So now we're done with the presentation. We're going to go back to the Panopto recorder. And we're going to stop the recording. You can see that the big red recording button has turned into a big red stop button. We're going to go ahead and click that. Once it's stopped, Panopto will open a prompt that will let you rename the recording and add a short description if you want. For here, I'm going to just, for the sake of an example, say Chapter 1. And we'll say Done. Once we click Done, Panopto will bring you back to the Manage Recordings tab. You can see the recording being processed here. This all happens in the background, so we can go ahead and close the recorder. Back in Canvas, we'll go ahead and refresh our Panopto recording page. We can see that our recording is being processed. Let's fast forward a bit and see our recording when it's done. Now that the recording is done, we can give it a look to see how it turned out. So this is what the students will see. The camera view is in the upper left. My screen capture and PowerPoint slides are in the right side main view. In the lower left, you can see the index of your PowerPoint slides. There's also a thumbnail style index of the slides at the bottom. Students can click on the slide in either index window to jump to that slide in the video for a quick review. They can also click on the Captions tab here to see the captions for the video written out. If you click the CC button in the video window, the captions will be displayed as the video plays. Something else you can look for in a microphone is its frequency response, or how they will color the sound. Sometimes, machine captioning isn't exactly perfect, which is why you may need to utilize human captioning. In Canvas, students in your class will have access to the recordings listed in the Panopto's Recordings tab. You can tell your students to click on the Panopto Recordings tab in the Canvas course and they'll see the same list here. If you have any questions, please email us at canvas@rhsmith.umd.edu. I hope this has been a helpful video and that you learned a bit about recording your lessons today.